Welcome, Cryptotunities. Welcome to today's session. We're going to be talking about price action trading, specifically around reversals. And without further ado, let me get into today's session and how exactly we are to look at price action around reversals. Good stuff. So, obviously, one of the most powerful ways to use price action trading strategies is as reversal signals in a market. So price action signals can often tip a trader off to an impending reversal, a change of direction in price. This is going to help you, of course, because sometimes you can counter trend trade. So these price action reversal strategies often provide accurate entries into a trending market, range-bound market, or even a counter trend. And they also often provide good risk to reward potential. So from the example in front of you now, it's clear you can use price action reversal signals as counter trend entries, as in this example on your screen now, or as entries with the trend, as we see from the pin bars on the right side of that image. In fact, what I'm going to do is over here, in other words, don't make the mistake of assuming that a reversal signal is only counter trend. Okay, a lot of traders make that mistake. Trends ebb and flow, as you know, they retrace back to levels, support levels. And when they do this, we can look for price action reversal signals forming at these levels to trade back in line with the dominant overall daily or weekly chart trends. So it's important to take note of the daily, and weekly chart trends to help you with what we're going to be talking about now. So when there's clear existing trend in a market, we can look for price action reversal signals following a retrace back to a level within that trend. Often traders mistake a normal retrace within a trend as a trend change. As I said earlier on, it's good to remember that trends can go on for quite some time with many retraces back to value or support resistance before the trend ends. We've seen that now in the markets, aren't we? For those that trade the S&P 500, well, what I'm talking about now is not going to be unfamiliar to you. So the general rule of thumb that we use is to trade with the daily chart trend until the price action clearly tells you it's ended. Don't try pick tops and bottoms, as this is generally a loser's game, especially if you're new or relatively new to trading. Okay. Instead, when a market has been trending and starts to retrace, begin watching key support and resistance levels. We have covered how to map out your support and resistance levels. Many ways to do that. For potential price and action reversal strategies to rejoin the trend from a high probability point. Okay, you don't want to enter your trade in the middle of nowhere and then kind of panic out because you did that. In the example on your screen now, we can see a clear uptrend was in place over here. And then the price retraced back. Okay, to support level, as we see over here. When it formed a fake out pin bar. See this long wick over here? Big fake out. Often happens, and of course, if you're trading the 5-minute chart, for instance, that can look like a candle, and it looks like solid range, and it looks like something to trade. But just wait for the close. In this case, we're looking at the daily for this kind of setup anyway. So again, be careful of these fake out pin bars. Combo reversal signal. Okay, it gives us a nice opportunity to re-enter the uptrend from the value support area. Look at that price action over there, and you can see that clearly from the candle over here. Big rejection of selling, and of course the trend then continues. So this was a trend continuation setup for you. So on this chart over here, we can see an example of trading a pin bar inside bar combo signal as a reversal signal with the trend. Okay. Note that price was clearly in an uptrend. Then it retraced back to swing level. Okay. Of support, that is, within the trend, followed by the formation of a pin bar and 2 inside bars within that pin. Since price began pushing higher from the price action pattern after a retrace lower, we'll call it a reversal signal. Since it caused price to reverse from the retrace lower back into the uptrend. Okay. Here we can see an example of using an inside bar price action signal as a reversal signal with a dominant daily chart trend. Note the trend was clearly up, and then the price retraced back to short-term support, and this is still within the trend, and it formed an inside bar which reversed that retrace lower and kicked off another push higher within the broader daily chart uptrend. Okay, so very, very important to master these inside bar reversals that we talk about. A real giveaway. So let's talk about how we trade price action reversal signals. Price action reversal patterns can be used to counter trend, okay, as counter trend trades as well. Whilst it's a bit more advanced to trade counter trend, there are some simple things you can look at to put the odds in your favor when trading against the trend. The main thing to look for when considering a counter trend reversal signal, of course, is if it has formed at a key level of resistance or support. If it has, and the reversal signal is clearly rejecting, or better yet, false breaking or false breakout above or below that level, it's typically a good potential counter trend price action reversal signal. Let's have a look at some examples. This chart shows us a clear example of a good counter trend price action reversal signal. This was a bearish pin bar sell signal. There you see it. That formed at a key chart level of resistance. And in these types, it's these types of reversal signals actually that, especially those on the daily chart time frame, that have formed at a key level that can actually really set off a strong move in the opposite direction sometimes, like this. Okay, so that was the trend. That's a great counter trend setup. Kicks off a big move, which you could trade as well. Let's take a look at some other ones. In this chart, we see an example of a counter trend reversal sell signal with a fake out wick that formed at a key chart level. You can see that. Okay, big fake out wick and forming at a resistance level. Note the similarities between this price action reversal signal and the previous pin bar reversal. Both had obvious false breaks of a key daily chart level. Okay, and the tails on the bars were clearly protruding beyond the levels, showing a forceful reversal or a rejection took place. There's a massive rejection of buyers over here, which kicked off a counter trend trade. We see that again over here. Big wick breaking past resistance and basically faking out as if the trend's going to continue, but a complete failure and opposite trend reversal happens over here. Right, let's look at a couple of tips to help you then. Price action reversals are a versatile price action setup. They can be traded with trends, against trends, or in trading ranges. The daily chart time frame and 4-hour chart time frame are the best time frames for pin bar reversals and fake out reversals. Price action reversals signals can often mark important turning points in market or even trend changes. And lastly, when trading price action reversal with a trend, they will usually form following a retrace back to value. In other words, support or resistance levels or areas or zones, as we've spoken about. So hopefully that adds a little bit of value on price action and trading reversals for you. That was essentially what we want to look at. Now I'll take some questions if there are any. But as you can see there, we didn't even cover anything to do with volume. We're just purely looking at price action. Candles alone, as you know, 1, 2, 3, and that tells you the whole story that you need. Okay, so yeah, take that as a refresher and enjoy the recording. Go back in your own time and open a few charts, see if you can see the setups and the reversals and basically practice. If you're using Trading View, of course, you can use the reversal basically playback function essentially on your chart. Looks something like this. So if you want to see price action more in detail and play it through, seeing if you can use the replay action by clicking that, clicking the area from where you want to actually play. So for instance, let's take a look over here, for instance, and then you can start clicking play and the price action will build out over here as it played out on a live chart so that you can practice what you've just seen now. So yeah, enjoy that, and we'll be back with some more price action trading in our next session together. This is Taz signing off. Have a great day.